Hi, friends, and Merry Christmas. It is time for a Merry Christmas 24-hour Readathon kickoff. I hope you guys are ready. Those of us on the screen will be reading Jeff Lane's The Three Scrooges, which I don't have my physical copy with me right now. I'll be reading on my Kindle.
Yep, me too.
So, really quick, let's go through the lovely ladies who have joined me for this. Derry, why don't you introduce us to you? Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, go ahead and introduce everybody to yourself.
Well, hello everybody. I'm Derry. I don't have a booktube channel. I don't have an Instagram. I don't have. I basically am moonlighting as a guest on various YouTube channels because I like reading. So, and these guys are awesome. So, hanging out with them is no big drama.
It's really nice to have you here with us again, Derry. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Amanda.
I am Amanda, and I have a YouTube channel. That's it, Reading and Writing Life, it's called. And I read any genre. And I saw Stacy's post about this live stream thing, Readathon, 24 hours reading this book. I don't even know what we're doing. And it starts at midnight. And I was like, okay, I think I can stay up to start reading this book. So I'm
We
here.
have some really
I'm
shocking feedback from somewhere.
sort of awake. I know. I'm going to mute myself and see if it's me.
Not you?
Can you still hear it?
It just sounds like almost like an air conditioner or something is running.
Let me mute myself and see if it goes away.
It's you.
Anticipation.
Okay.
But Ashley, you can go.
Hi, hello. I'm Ashley from Read Now Sleep Later. It is a booktube channel. I haven't posted in a minute because, just life and everything. But yeah, just life happens, But I read a little bit of everything. Currently, it is very holiday-themed books, and for some reason, romance. Which is not, that's fine, but I don't know.
Not feeling it?
No, it's fine. It's just like Hallmark stuff. I'm like, who is this? But I read a little bit of everything.
So is that all of us? I think we've all said hi.
Amanda, is this your first 24-hour?
Yes, it is.
Good stuff.
Back.
I'm so excited
Oh,
for you.
it's gone too. Well done.
It's gone.
Yay! Stacey, it's your turn.
So you guys are here. I have a channel on BookTube. Stacey's All Books. And I do a monthly readathon, and usually with most of the people that'll be joining me today, we usually read a romantic fantasy, but the last few months we've kind of deviated. We read a horror in October, and then we were reading a Christmas book this month. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So let me get to the comments. We got some people joining us today.
Yay!
Mazza's here. Hey, Mazza.
Mazza was here early. He was first in.
He was the first here. Yes, he was. Canadian Dragon. Thank you for joining. There's Sab.
Oh, look at that.
That's my bae. I love them.
Well, Bay has abandoned you. Why is Bay not joining us?
Yeah, where are you, Sab? Hayden's here. Hayden, are you going to be doing writing sprints or reading sprints with us today? And Daniel's here.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us, Daniel. And of course, the other half of the House of Dragons, Raoul and Lola. Sorry, what is that buzzing? Yeah, hopefully we fix the buzzing thing, Lola. I really apologize for that. I thought the microphone was working through my headphones, but it was coming through my computer. And Kevin is joined us. Oh, Derry is on Discord. She is in multiple channels, but for sure she's on mine.
Yeah, I don't have any of my own things. I just join other people's. So, very nice of you to say so, Kev.
Thank you, Canadian Dragon, for letting us know. I did not know that the book was on script. I have it through Amazon, so I have the Kindle version through Amazon. The book is called The Three Scrooges by Jeff Lane. So if anybody who's watching now wants to join us for that, you do not have to read this book with us, but the more the merrier. All right, so
how familiar are we all with the original?
That's what I was just about to ask.
Sorry, I didn't mean to preach.
No, it's okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Mazda says, wait, we're going to read. We'll try to get some reading in here. So
I feel personally attacked right now.
So I read the prologue for this book because I was curious what. Obviously, the prologue is Jeff talking to the reader, and he says, that this is kind of his, all of the adaptations of the original story. This is what he wanted to give to the readers and lovers of A Christmas Carol, which is what this story is based on. So did any of you guys, or those who are watching, did you guys read A Christmas Carol before this or prior at all? Or watch one of the many movies?
I read the book about 1 million years ago, and I do have it on my Kindle. Oh, they made it!
Yes, they did.
Yay! And I've actually spent the last couple of weeks listening to a couple of audio versions. And I'm listening to one by Tim Curry at the moment because I love Tim Curry. He's fabulous. And I'm really enjoying it. He's so great. I love him to bits. So, yeah. And that was included with my Audible membership. So
yeah, that's the one I listened to.
Yeah, so great.
It is a good one. Anybody else?
Randy,
my daughter, you read it.
Yeah, my daughter and I listened to it on Audible when I think it was I don't think it was the Tim Curry one. There's another one that's like a production more, and it has all kinds of different.
Another one as well.
Yeah, I think it was Hugh Grant. It sounded like the guy that plays Watson on Sherlock. That was Bob Cratchit, but I can't. I needed to. I meant to look it up, but it was really good. And her and I listened to it while we were crafting holiday ornaments for our tree.
It's like a full cast.
Yeah, it was really fun. Yeah.
I forget.
Has it not got a flavor?
Yeah, kind of. At this point, I'm just drinking it. It's cold. Like.
Oh, fair enough.
But I also listened to the audiobook, or one of the many audiobooks, but I was going to read it. I've read it before, and I've seen, of course, all the movie adaptations and whatnot. But this one, it's like it had the music, and like it had like a whole thing, and it didn't really have a bunch of voice actors. That's only narrated by Ian Pringle, but it was still such a cool thing to listen to because it was like I was back in school, like listening to a book, and you hear the music, and I thought it was neat.
That's cool.
That sounds great.
So I'm going to give Mazda a hard time for a quick second because he's making fun of my green screen behind me.
It is particularly impressive.
A very well-behaved cat that's not moved at all.
Which, let's face it, at Christmas, that's how we want our cats.
That's right. Could you imagine any cat just laying on the couch next to a decorated Christmas tree? They can't happen.
No. I just watched Leanna's Reads, or Leanna's, whatever her channel is. She did a vlog of a weekend or so, and she's got her kitten, cat, and this cat is determined to eat her tree. It's just constantly on the attack of this tree, so every few minutes you see her having to push the cat away from the tree. Yeah, that resonates with me. I get that.
Sorry to get us off track. Amanda, you were going to say?
Well, I have not read it recently. I didn't do any kind of prep recently to get ready for this. Last year, my son was in a production of it, like in the play. So I watched that. And then we've seen the, I don't know, Muppets one or the Mickey Mouse one. I think I've seen both of those. And then I did read the book a long time ago, like 20-something years ago. And then I tried to read it out loud to my kids probably 2 years ago. And we all gave up. We were like, no, this is ridiculous. So we all stopped. But maybe I could find the cast production where there are many people reading and acting it out, and they might care about it, but not when it was me.
Masa says, I've seen the Mickey
Scrooge
Mouse one.
McDuck.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mickey
it
Mouse
was
is
Scrooge
top two.
McDuck.
I just watched that one with the Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, it's good.
So I read Christmas Carol for the first time last year for Christmas.
Oh, wow.
And of course I'd seen the movies growing up and probably the Mickey Mouse one. And but this, I didn't really, I'll be honest with you guys, I just was not feeling reading it again. I should have done the audiobook because I knew that the Tim Curry one was free on Audible. I just didn't make time for it. So what I did is I binged 2 different adaptations earlier today. I watched the black and white 1951, which apparently is like the most popular version. And then I watched the Patrick Stewart adaptation, which I think is my favorite. I just think he does
my favorite one as well.
Yeah, he does a great Scrooge. I love watching that. So I really enjoyed it. And so I'm really excited to get into this because I'm curious. Jeff says in the preface, he says that you don't really have to have read the story because it's such a popular story that you should be able to pick out the insights and innuendos that he has endeavored to craft into these words. I like the way that he uses the Dickens language in the preface, so I'm imagining that's going to be throughout the story. I wish he was here.
Yeah, he said he had to get up early tomorrow.
Oh,
But he'll watch
I was
later.
going to make him read it. Okay, you read.
that would
I
have
know,
been
I think
really
he
cool.
said that's why he didn't do this audiobook because of the Dickens language. It's hard to,
fair
he
enough.
needs to find someone.
So, Steve,
I think
did you
it takes
prep
some
off
habit
with
to get it.
it?
Sorry, what?
Did you prep? Did you read A Christmas Carol before?
No. No. Are you kidding? Ain't nobody got time for that.
Time for that. Yeah.
I made time for it. It was playing in our kitchen. You heard some of it.
I heard some of it, so it counts. I read it.
So there's a type of this is probably going to be completely wrong, but isn't there a book that is like an account of Charles Dickens writing A Christmas Carol?
Yeah, it's The Man Who Invented Christmas.
Okay, I thought so.
I haven't seen it.
It had a lot to do with Christmas coming back into the States.
Yeah.
Is that fiction?
I think it's a fiction. Well,
Okay.
it's nonfiction, but I don't know. I wouldn't call it a documentary because it's not. It's more like somebody's historical idea of what they think Dickens was thinking, doing at the time. I haven't seen it. I saw a trailer for it.
Oh, it's not.
There's a book too.
Oh no! Oh, if there's a book, I don't know. I didn't know that.
I knew it existed because it is, a big deal as far as Christmas goes. Because when the English settlers went to America, I say came. I'm not in America. When they went to America, a lot of the more drinking and feasting things weren't carried over as well. So Christmas took a long time to get established again in the States, and Dickens was a lot to do with it.
That's cool. I did not know that.
Yeah.
So while we're talking about Christmas, I wanted to kind of get us in the mood and have everybody talk about their most memorable Christmas ever, and then their most embarrassing Christmas memory. And I'll start. So my most memorable Christmas actually was when my family, we moved out of our original state, quite a few states away, into a brand new place, brand new city, no friends, and we moved in the summertime. By the time Christmas came around, I still hadn't made any friends, and so Christmas vacation didn't really have and we were, we moved because of financial reasons. So anyway, I got the flu really bad. And so I spent almost the entire Christmas vacation on the couch. And I literally got better Christmas Eve. So my dad set the way we had the house set up, the Christmas tree was going to be in a different room, but because I was unable to get out of bed, he brought the Christmas tree that we hadn't yet decorated into the living room where I was set up, and we did popcorn on string decorations, and we wrapped presents in newspaper because we didn't have gift wrapping paper, and we got everything ready so that everything was decorated for Christmas morning. But we literally had a Christmas tree in the middle of the living room because the way the walls were set up, there wasn't like a place to put it. So it was like you had to walk around it until we finally took the Christmas tree down. I still remember that.
That's kind of cool.
We made like snowflake decorations because we didn't have anything. We had no lights, nothing. He went and got the tree. We planned all this stuff. We were, going to go shopping for decorations, and I got sick. And so we just made do with what we had. It's the best.
That's so.
All right, who's going next? Come on, guys.
Well,
I
had a rough childhood,
my Christmas stories are all tragic.
Yeah. My most memorable is pretty, but I do have a good memory of my mom. One year was like, let's not get the Christmas ornaments out, and she saw once that people string popcorn and cranberries, and I just thought that was the funnest, coolest thing we ever did, and we just did our whole tree in strings of popcorn and cranberries, and it was so cute.
Yeah,
pretty.
Yeah, it was really pretty.
So the most memorable would probably be after our daughter was born. She was only a month old. We had a Christmas right after. She was born in November, so that was memorable because she was really, really tiny. And was it, how many years ago did we do that? It was 3 or 4 years ago. We did everybody that I work with, we all pitched in and got gifts for local charity, and we loaded up my truck full of toys and cribs and clothes, and so we drove it over there, and that was nice to do.
Yeah, we each took a family and did their Christmas for them. That was
we bought
fun.
them gifts. Yeah, they had like a list of stuff they needed, but everybody at work,
beautiful thing.
Yeah. We had like 30 people. We each picked a family. We picked a couple extra families just to help out. But yeah, so everyone picked a family and pitched in, and we took a truck full of stuff. So that was cool.
Yeah, it was memorable. Gosh, I should have thought of
That's
those. Those
really
were good.
Beautiful.
Most embarrassing, is that the other one?
Oh,
I
I forgot
have a
about
good
that.
What
one.
was that? I don't know. I've been, I don't know. I don't have anything too embarrassing.
I have a good one. So my parents were divorced when I was growing up, and my stepmom was always kind of like, I don't know, she just kind of didn't. I don't want to say she was a nice lady, but I don't want to say she resented us. I don't know, but she bought me this like really fancy. I was 11 years old, and she bought me for Christmas this like really fancy underwear. Like I'm talking like underwear for grown-ups underwear at 11 years old, and I had to open it in front of my whole family. Oh, it was so embarrassing. So embarrassing. And I think she was just maybe trying to be nice, but
Womp, womp,
That's a
that
little
womp.
wasn't
creepy.
embarrassing. It is kind of creepy. It was a weird, embarrassing Christmas.
At least she didn't make you go try them on.
Oh God.
Boy, I tell you what,
This
I
is
have so
very
many stories about my mom and my gymnastics coach taking me to the underwear store, aka Victoria's Secret, because reasons I don't know. I have no idea, but they did, and I will never forget that.
I tried to take my daughter once, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm not going there again. Sorry." Okay. I mean, she's a teenager, though.
So Mazda says, my wife and I are looking forward to this Christmas. Halloween used to be my favorite holiday, but my wife converted me into a Grinch. I mean, a Christmas enthusiast. This is going to be their first Christmas with baby boy.
As they get older, like the toddler years, it's so fun. It becomes so fun.
Really does.
So I don't really have an embarrassing story, but I'll tell you guys a funny one. So for a couple of years, I was living with my aunt, and she has 3 boys, and their youngest was 3 or 4 years younger than me. And for Christmas, my uncle did this big, huge thing where he would go, he had sleigh bells, and he would go and stomp around the living room, and he would jingle these sleigh bells so that Kevin could hear him and know that Santa was coming. And when I was staying with them, I was sleeping on the couch. And so he's like, hey, I want you to make a pallet in Kevin's room, because his room's closest to the living room, and sleep in there so that when Santa comes, you won't be in the way. And so I'm in the room, and I hear the sleigh bells, and I'm like, Kevin, you hear Santa? You don't play in this big old part. Because, that's what I do. I'm a good cousin. Anyway, he goes, I know that's not Santa. I just tell them every year that I think it's Santa because it makes them so happy. Oh, and then I keep going. I was like, no, that really is Santa.
Oh, the level of sweetness in that story is off the charts. Oh.
He's got 2 older brothers. They probably told him years before.
But he's still just buying into it. So his parents are going to have fun.
Yeah.
That's just so gorgeous. I love that.
All right, Amanda, Ashley, do you guys want to share, or do you want to just move on?
I don't think I have anything embarrassing. That's what I was trying to think of. I was like, I think I just had middle of the road Christmases. Like, I don't remember any that stand out as being extra good or embarrassing. I don't know. Our youngest, well, I think maybe when the first time we were stationed overseas and we had to do Christmas like by ourselves, we lived in Turkey, and we were trying to come up with what to cook, but there was just me and my husband, really. Our kids were like 2 and 4, so they weren't going to eat all this food. And so we were trying to decide like not like our traditional family foods, what our families cooked, what we wanted to eat. And my great grandmother's like dressing recipe, and that's what I wanted to have, but it was only 2 of us, and it makes 2 huge like roasting pans full. And so I was like, well, I'll just half it and I can have half of the recipe. And I don't know. I mean, I know how to do math, but something did not happen right in the conversion. It was really bad. And so we ended up going off base and eating like doner in the Turkish place for lunch. I mean, we had everything else. We still had the ham and all that stuff, but we were like, let's go and get these. So that's what we did. But so maybe that was a little embarrassing. Well, what I've done since then is I just make both roasting pans and we just give one of them away to somebody that wants it, and then it's fine. But I can't have it. So.
Because math.
Math.
Hey, Epic, thanks
so
for joining us.
Hey, Epic. Epic's working on something. I'm excited to see what he's up to.
Yeah, you guys have to see it when it comes out.
Yeah, I showed Brandy. Epic, I showed my Brandy the clip for that I sent you, and she was like, "What the hell is that?" I was like,
No,
Epic's
I
working on
didn't.
something.
I didn't say that. I was like,
He'll make it great.
it just scared me a little.
I can only imagine.
Okay, well, now I need to know.
You'll have to watch.
It's only a 3-second video, but.
So staff asked here, what is everybody's favorite Christmas movie?
You don't want to know
Die
ours.
Die Hard.
Seriously,
Ours
every
we
year
watch
I watch
every
Die Hard.
single year, every Christmas Eve. Bad Santa.
Really?
When did that start?
I don't know. A
A
long
while
time.
back, yeah.
It's been a long time. Wait, how old is that movie?
I was in Reno in it, so 2004.
I feel like we've been doing that for like 10 years already. Like on Christmas Eve. First, it's just us watching it after the kids go to bed. And
But there's a problem with your Christmas movie because Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Who said
It is a Christmas movie.
Derry?
It's all about family reconciling.
I'm just teasing.
Christmas movie.
I'm just teasing.
Well, it's that or a Harry Potter movie.
My
Because it's
15-year-old
Snape
has
chasing someone around a tower.
a whole rant about what makes a movie a Christmas movie or not. And we were at a Christmas party and he's like, what's your favorite Christmas movie? And I said, you only asked that because now you want to discuss the parameters of what you think is a Christmas movie. His bottom line rule is if you can interchange that holiday with any other holiday, then it's not necessarily a Christmas movie, which is why he claims that Home Alone is not, because he says that they could go on a vacation at any point. It didn't have to be Christmas.
I 100% agree with him.
I like
it was
that.
at Christmas, which makes it a Christmas movie.
Well, that's what I said. So
Smart kid, though. That's a good argument, though.
Yeah, that's a good argument.
He's got many rules, Gremlins and all of that stuff.
Yeah,
Gremlins
want
is
to
a
talk
good-
Yeah,
about
but
that.
Gremlins doesn't have that reconciling kind of, family getting back together vibe, whereas Home Alone does.
No, it certainly does
Die
not.
Hard does. So there has to be a feel-good element.
Elf. Thank you.
Elf
Thank
is the
you.
best Christmas
Oh, I
movie.
love Elf.
I
Me and
do.
my daughter were talking about making Steve watch it this year because he hasn't seen it yet.
I haven't
Just
seen
don't
it
know.
yet.
Favorite.
Just don't go into it thinking that it's going to change your life. Like, it's a
No.
decent movie and it's funny, but it's
I'm
not
not a
like
fan of Will Ferrell.
the best
No.
thing.
I mean,
We've
Well,
been
you
watching
have to
some
like
funny
Will
Will Ferrell. Yeah, we've been watching some funny Will Ferrell movies recently. What did we just watch? Step Brothers?
Yeah, so Step Brothers and
Oh my god, that movie's
what else?
awful. But we
There's so much
laughed.
room for activities.
It's funny. But
No.
so I was thinking he might like Elf.
I mean, I would just say it's just like a normal Will Ferrell movie. It just happens to be around Christmas time. But
it's the best, especially when Santa comes to the mall and he tells him, "You're sitting on a throne of lies."
Smell like beef and cheese.
Yeah, you smell
Oh,
like
is that
beef
where
and
that meme
cheese.
comes from?
You don't smell like Santa. You smell like beef and cheese. It's my favorite
Love
line
that
from the
movie.
whole movie.
All right, really quick. Those of you who are just joining us in the chat, we are reading, or will hopefully sometime during this live stream, be reading the Three Scrooges. I keep wanting to say Stooges. The Three Scrooges by Jeff Lane. which is a his adaptation of A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. And so we will break here in a minute for a reading sprint, and then we'll have some games to play. Those of you who are in the chat, what are you going to read with us? Or are you going to read? Are you going to do other things while you're listening?
Stacy, I started to wonder what Brandy put in my coffee because you're like shaking. And I thought, like she poisoned me, but it's the green screen. So
It's
we were talking about that cat that just is well behaved.
Every time I laugh, my laptop shakes because I just have like this desk, one of those lap desks on my bed because I don't have a desk in this room. And so I apologize. I don't have Parkinson's. It's good. We're good.
It looks cozy. It looks like a cozy place to be.
Oh, starting The Hobbit.
Oh, that's on my...
What a great read for this time of year.
That's what I want to read those in 2022. I want to do all the Tolkien.
I do a reread every year.
Have you not read them before?
My gosh.
I read Lord of the Rings, and that's it. To my son.
Okay, so
when he
Read
was...
Fellowship of the Ring?
Oh, yeah, Fellowship of the Rings.
Oh, okay, so what did you do about all the singing, especially the not in English? Did you try to pronounce all those elfish words? Like,
the thing was that he was a baby at the time because I used to have to sit in his room with him and just like talk or sing or something. So I was reading that book at the time and I read it to him. But I probably did a horrible job and he didn't care because he was like 6 months old.
yeah, there's too many songs. Everybody doesn't have to sing about everything. It drives me absolutely
I always
crazy.
skipped the songs.
I skip them too.
If I ever read it
skip
again,
them.
I'm for sure skipping the songs.
Yeah.
But
I skip the songs. There's some parts in the beginning of Fellowship of the Ring that I kind of like skim through because I didn't realize it until the second time. I think it was right before the movies came out that I went to reread it again, and I was like, "Man, Fellowship of the Ring is boring." So I had to, like, I think I skipped all the way till they got to the prancing pony, and then now I know what parts I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good."
Has anyone ever done an audiobook of it?
so that's what I did this year. I did.
Is it good?
Well, I loved it. It was done by the guy that plays Gollum in the movies. And so he does, but he does everybody else's voices. Like it sounds it now, if you didn't like the movies or if you don't want that experience, then he's maybe not the one, but he sounds like the actors, like he did all of their voices playing in the thing.
Okay.
It was awesome.
That's what I'm doing then.
And
I'm
he
listening.
did The Hobbit last year to raise money for COVID stuff. And then everybody liked it so much that he did all 3 books. And they just came out in September, the other 3. So I read them September, October, November. So I just finished. But
I just bought them. That's what I'm going to do.
And you don't have to skip the song because he sings it for you in Elven and everything. You're just like, okay.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, Tom Bombadil is still annoying no matter who's doing his voice.
Oh gosh.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Let me know when you do that.
I love Tom Bombadil, but
yeah.
I usually give
one of
myself
those-
a few months to read each one because they're not really necessarily long, but there's a lot. And
they're written very. They have a very specific feel that you have to kind of get your mind into.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm in New Zealand, so we're all a bit precious about Lord of the Rings, to be fair.
I can imagine.
We do feel a bit proprietary over it, but that's okay. I mean, I did go to Hobbiton a couple of years ago, and that was just the most amazing thing ever. They built the Green Dragon Inn, like it's not just a fascia. It's an actual pub that they have built completely. You can hire it for weddings and like corporate events and things.
Cool.
And they brew their own beer and cider. So when you go for a tour, part of the ticket cost is you get a pint of beer or cider that they've brewed on site. So I can really have some geek credentials. I have had a pint in the Green Dragon, and it is the most amazing experience, honestly. The most amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I would love to do something like that. I absolutely love the movies. That's why I read the books. And the books were really good. Like overall, they were really good. There's just too much singing and Tom Bombadil. Otherwise,
Yes.
I thought they were great.
Oh, Rebecca, my daughter just got Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and I was just telling her, let me know when you read it because I want to read that one too. It's the continuation of The Hunger Games, or is it a prequel? Okay,
it's a prequel. It's about President Snow when he was young.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I don't know if I could get into that then.
I just saw a review about it.
I don't want to understand him.
She said that it didn't make her like him anymore, but it did make her understand some things about him. So
yeah, that's fair. I have written a review on Goodreads for it, thinking about it, but it adds depth to the series, not necessarily any change to how you feel about Snow. I still don't like him. So
Kayla is joining us from work.
Hey, Kayla.
So, Kayla, when you get a chance to start the book, just jump in Discord. You can always make comments there. We'll be there throughout the day, throughout the 24 hours. All right, is everybody ready to go ahead and get started? I have a timer set for 30 minutes because I knew we would do more talking. So I wanted to make sure we did some reading. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a video in the background with some Christmas music and some fire ambience. So you guys can mute your speakers if you don't want to listen to it. But I thought it would be nice to kind of read a Christmas book with some Christmas ambiance. So let me get that started first, and then we can start reading. Make sure it's working. Can you guys hear it?
Yep.
It's not playing.
Oh.
It's working?
I don't hear it yet.
Heard it for like a second.
I thought that pillow was the cat y'all were talking about.
Oh, I did too at first, and then they said tree, and so my eyes went over to the tree, and then I was
I was like, that's a
It's
big
working
ass
just
cat.
fine. All right, there it goes.
so.
Can you hear it?
So yeah, and we still get the cat.
Yeah. All right. So timer is starting now. So you guys are 30. Okay, now I gotta figure out why my camera got turned off.
It was the cat. It attacked your lights.
He was snoring earlier, and I was having a really hard time reading.
All right, well, while I figure this out, why don't you guys talk about how far you made it and what you think so far?
I'm on page 14.
I'm on 13. What's up with Fred this time? He was the nice one before.
I know.
Now
It was talking about Marley being all stingy and then Scrooge being happy. I was like, what is happening right now? I made it to page 18. This is not a late night book for me to read. Like, it's going to put me to sleep. It's already.
I'm enjoying the language though. The way the style that he writes it in. It's very, I don't know. I love Jane Austen and I love older, classics, and so it just makes me happy.
I really like the writing. It's especially just hearing the audiobook. It's just like, yeah, I remember that. But I'm on page 19.
I have no idea what page I'm on. I'm on 17%. So whatever that works out.
Wow, you're a fast reader.
Yeah, I'm on 10%.
It's a familiar story, so it's like, and the language, I've been listening to it for a while now with Tim Curry, so it's a comfortable kind of slide into the story. It threw me too with Fred. I was like, what?
Right, and Scrooge is married and he has a kid. Who names their kid Dickie Scrooge? I was like, that is the worst name ever.
Is that a throwback to Charles Dickens, I wonder?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I was like, really?
Hey, Yulene. Good morning.
I hope you feel better. I hope she's reading The Unbroken, so I hope that makes you feel better.
Nice. Yeah, I am enjoying this. But the tone is right. Like it feels like it belongs in this time frame. So
I absolutely love how the narrator talks to the reader.
Yes.
And I could totally see Jeff actually telling the story.
Yeah.
I do like that it acknowledges the confusion. It goes, well, you might be familiar with a different story, but trust me, I am. I'm liking it a lot.
I know. I'm wondering if, because it said the Three Scrooges, I'm wondering if we will meet the Bah Humbug Scrooge at some point.
I've got to the point where it's just encountering spectres. They haven't yet spoken or interacted yet, but yeah.
And I was promised by Jeff time travel, so.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I haven't got there yet. That's kind of cool.
And he said, like, Marley is dead. Isn't that the first line of the other ones as well? I mean, the real book. Okay. But, and then he was like, but this is not about Marley. And then talked about him for 12 more pages. I was like,
we're not going to see Marley. His ghost isn't going to appear.
I was like, but why are we still talking about Marley? Anyway.
I love how Fred is Scrooge.
Yeah.
And like almost all the lines that Scrooge says in A Christmas Carol, Fred is saying now. So like swap places.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and I was telling Steve that it's funny that it's Fred when Fred was always the one. I'm going to invite him every year, and I love my uncle. Don't everybody's talking bad and making fun of him, and Fred's like, no, I love him, and he's just misunderstood. And now he's like, bah,
How?
bah, humbug.
I highlighted when he first misheard him and said Hamburg because that's the town. That's where I grew up in Arkansas, a little place called Hamburg. So
That's so cute.
I was like, what? So anyway.
That's cool.
Those of you in the chat, how far did you make it in the sprint in your books? Whatever it is you're reading. And while they do that, so we have some games.
Yay.
Some more Kahoot. I know you guys love it. So let me get that put up so everybody can get signed in.
Oh,
All right.
get my Kahoot.
What's it called again?
Sleeping puppy.
I forget.
Kahoot.it.
Kahoot.
Down.
Okay, I don't know what I'm doing.
Give me 1 second. It gives you the instructions on here. Just give me a minute to share screen.
Oh, okay.
You do not need to use the app. If you go to the Kahoot.it, it's just from your phone. It's just as easy. So Raoul's read 3 chapters of his book. Saf, are you still here?
Seth always mops the floor with us in these games.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe, yeah.
I'm wondering how they're liking their reread. I think they said earlier that it was making them cry. I'm just curious. I had to start reading some like non-depressing, heartwarming stuff because I was just having a hard time getting into the Christmas spirit.
That was me last week. I binged a bunch of Christmas romances, and it was awesome. But this week, Derry, I'm halfway into Assassin's Quest.
Awesome.
I'm gonna finish it by next week. It is my favorite so far. I love it.
Really?
Assassin's Quest is the second or the third?
Third, yeah.
Oh, you're already in the third?
Mhm.
I
I
am
finished
so
Royal
proud of you.
Assassin. Yeah, I finished Royal Assassin in like a week. It was so good, but this one is my favorite.
Wow. Most people really struggle with Assassin's Quest. I love it.
Oh,
I
I love
thought it
it.
was my
There's so
favorite
much
of the
going
three, too.
on. Yeah.
I just love Night Eyes.
Oh, I love Night Eyes.
I just love him so much.
My dog. I'm sorry. He makes a lot of noise.
That was your dog.
Yeah, he goes. "Rawr." My German Shepherd.
I thought that was Steve.
Yeah, that's my stomach.
Steve's pretty hungry. No one feeds him around here.
No, I have a blanket or food.
All right, it looks like everybody's signed in. Let's go ahead and get started with some Christmas trivia. So this is about books about Christmas.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we lost somebody.
Me.
Oh.
Steve, you have. Oh wait, no, it's not Steve. Steve, damn it, Steve, it's not you.
All right, Ashley's back. Here we go.
So we look at our phones?
Yeah, well, your phone is where you're going to answer.
Okay,
The
thanks.
question will show up on the screen here.
Oh, crap.
I
You
forgot
guys
what a
are
protagonist was.
Me too. I'm like, I should have read that question a little closer.
Well, what would you call the Grinch for those of you who said
The
Grinch?
antagonist.
Antagonist.
Well, yeah, but only for a minute.
No,
Well, all the way
Yeah,
to the end.
at the end, he's
Redeemed. Okay, I guess that's fine.
Kayla thought a car was driving by when Jack's Jack was
oh.
This is
Bro.
probably not a good time to say that I'm not a good loser.
Huh. Oh.
Good job.
Oh, the start. Oh, damn it.
Not this book that we just read.
Yeah. Not Jeff's book.
Poor Steve.
Steve.
0 points.
Did you bump it with your thumb?
Oh, did I tell you guys? I should have told you. The loser has to sing a Christmas carol.
It's been nice, guys. I'll see you all later.
Oh, like
No. No.
I request the Christmas.
You don't want that.
You don't want that.
Oh,
Scrooge sees his child in a Christmas Carol.
Okay, really? Y'all just read this.
I told you there was pre-work.
That's a tough one, though. Oh.
Oh no! I thought there was
Oh.
still time. I was
Because
pushing
Cratchit and Tiny Tim did go to church, though.
Oh, he does go and see Fezziwig. It's just getting stuff in the right order.
It tells me that I'm 130 points behind Steve. I thought he had 0 points.
Don't call it a comeback.
Not
Oh.
Answered fast.
Oh, as fast as you answer?
Yeah,
And
the
it's gonna
faster
have
you
to
answer, the
sing.
more points.
Okay, I'm done with this. Here I go.
I'm just gonna guess here.
Gift of
I
the
I
Magi.
don't even know the gift of the magic.
You just have to know what a simile is.
I just guessed.
My head hurts.
If I got it
I
wrong,
didn't
don't
know
tell
it was gonna
anybody that I have an English degree. Okay, good. I got it right.
I got it
Should've just
wrong.
Ran out of time.
Womp womp.
I hope you picked out your song, Steve.
More English questions, please.
You'll never see me dance, or you never hear me sing. So
Ah,
But it's the Christmas season.
I don't know about the gift of the Magi. What is that? Okay, well.
The one where the wife cuts all her hair off to buy her husband's guitar or something for his guitar that he sold, or is that what it is?
Oh, to buy her thing?
He sold his thing to buy her like a hairpin, and she sold her hair to buy something for his.
Oh, I heard that.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
I have no idea what this even is.
I'm glad I'm just hosting and not having to actually speak.
I'm just guessing this one.
Well, Jack London.
That's what I would have done. Just based on reading his other work.
I know, but I picked Instinct because in The Call of the Wild, all he talked about was the dog's instinct. I was like, this is...
Oh.
Okay, I do not love this anymore.
What are the two children called? A Christmas Carol.
Dumb and Dumber.
In A Christmas Carol?
Yeah. The two children that are hidden under the Christmas presents.
Oh,
Cloak.
I think I got it wrong.
I don't know who they are.
It was
I got it
ignorance
right.
and want. I got it with stupidity.
Dumb and Dumber should have been.
There should always be more Dumb and Dumber.
Oh no.
Aya.
Ooh.
But Ba Randy.
The next question is going to
on.
be: Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? No.
Oh, well, now we know
Right.
what happens in the story.
I'm gonna get this wrong. Jingle
yeah.
bells.
Yes,
Damn.
look at that. It's my favorite game.
Woo!
That was disturbing, the green screen flicker over your face then.
Yeah. Sorry.
When you're green, you hate Christmas.
Yep.
It isn't easy being green.
Right.
It's all about the gifts and food.
Oh,
Look at Amanda. Wow, killing it.
All right, last one.
Don't jinx me. We have one left.
People grow angry when they age.
Right. Old men are mean. Although I totally agree, people grow angry when they age. That's how I feel.
oh hell yeah.
Steve.
Yay.
Oh, third place.
Well,
I still whooped your ass.
Second, me.
the winner has to sing a Christmas Carol.
Oh,
Go
says
far,
Lindsay.
Randy.
Good job, you guys.
Oh, wow.
Hey, I'm in the top 5.
It wants me to study the questions that I got wrong. Listen, I'm done with you.
Just saying.
So, Yolene and Han, since you guys are kind of in a different part of the world, we already know Derry's opinion. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Oh my gosh. This question is never going to go away.
I'm not alone in this opinion.
No, my 15-year-old says yes, it is, because otherwise there are no other times of the year that office buildings have giant parties except for Christmas. So he says
Oh,
yes.
well, there you
can't substitute.
It could have been Thanksgiving or New Year's or Easter or
They don't get together.
4th
They
of
don't
July.
have an Easter party at their
I won't have an office party for Easter.
You're really,
Some-
really stretching it
someone
now,
does.
Steve.
Someone does.
Hmm?
at
4th
church.
of July.
maybe.
4th of
No,
July?
because isn't the time before Easter Lent,
No.
where you don't
Is
eat?
that a puppet?
Mm-hmm.
It's a what?
Okay, what is a puppet?
I just bought a bunch
I
of
know,
those.
what are they?
It's a
You
a
just
stem.
They're like
I thought it-
fidget things.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh.
I have a question, guys. I don't know if you could see it. Wait, hold on. Let me see if it'll.
It
It won't work.
Oh.
Dang it. Oh, can you guys see it? No.
I mean, I can
It's too
see
far
that
away.
there's an elf there, but those words are tiny.
Well, my Santa Claus name, or what does Santa Claus call you? Santa Claus calls me Bo Bunny Gifty Pants.
Is that like based on your birthday?
So it's like your first initial and your birth month. So Stacy would be Stampy. What's your birth month?
May.
Stampy Merry Mess.
Mary.
Mess. Like you're a big old mess.
Yeah. Not
Stamping
taking that
Mary.
one.
This didn't go over as well as I thought. I also have what's your elf name?
Okay, me and Ashley would have the same first name.
Okay, so
When's your birthday, Ashley? Mine's June.
May.
Mine's June as well.
Well, you're a messy mess or whatever she
you're
said.
Sparkle Merry Mess.
There you go.
And yours is what did you say,
Hey, at
June?
least that's fun.
Yes,
Sparkle Jingle Bells.
that doesn't even go together. Sparkle Jingle Bells. Okay,
Steve is Stampy Gifty Pants. He's not.
Okay.
Sparkle.
Derry, what month were you born?
June. She said June.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed it. Moxie Jingle Bells.
Oh, I quite like that.
I think I still like Brandy's the best.
I thought that would be funny, but was good.
No.
She was okay.
Mazza says do him. His birthday's in August.
Okay, hold on, Mazza. Mazza. Scrappy. Oh, wait, no. Frilly crafty pants.
Oh,
I like that one.
Crafty pants. My husband
Really,
says crafty
really crafty pants.
All right, so Hans is on
argue with you,
Steve's
Hans.
side.
No.
What is a Christmas setting? I mean, there was decorations, there was Christmas music.
That's all there is, though. It's just decorations. Go to an office building.
Some people have those
It's
rules,
a
right?
family
As long as it takes
movie.
place during Christmas, then it's a Christmas movie.
But there has
And
to
it
be
ca-
some heartwarmingness to it.
And I think it
I would
came out
say
in the
Bad
summertime.
Santa is a violent movie. If you're going to talk and say violent movies can't be holiday.
Whoa.
It's an offensive movie. It's
It
not
is
violent.
so offensive.
Hans, so don't watch it because
Do you know us? We are offensive people. No.
the bad guy's name is Hans in that movie. So maybe don't watch it if you haven't
Maybe
seen it.
personal.
Oh, that's right. Hans is
Oh,
is
yeah.
Hans Gruber.
I mean, spoiler alert,
Gruber.
bad guy. But
If you haven't seen Die Hard by now,
It's just not a
you
good
don't
movie.
get the spoiler alert.
Hardly watch it.
okay,
can't
like
listen to
crafty
it.
pants or whatever
Kayla,
it's called. Creative pants or something.
Let's see,
Crafty
Kayla,
Pants.
Pants.
Bubbles Crafty Pants.
Oh, that's the
That's
best one.
one.
Bubbles.
That's a cute one. I like that
Yes.
one. I like the Crafty Pants one. I wish that was January. That's my month.
You and Steve are both
Wait, what's
January.
January?
Exactly 2 weeks. There are exactly 2 glorious weeks where I am the same age as Steve. And then I become older again. And he teases me incessantly for the whole year. And I get those 2 glorious weeks of him leaving me alone for not being the older woman.
My husband and I have a month and a half where we're the same age, and then he's older than me, so I have all the time to say he's older. My birthday is in June, also, Hans. That means that you're
Oh, we're
Jingle
awesome.
bells? Jingle
Hans,
bells.
let's see. Okay, hold on, Hans. I put it down.
My husband and I are a little
Oh, this one's
apart.
good. Bling bling jingle bells.
Oh,
That's
I like
nice.
that.
Bling bling.
I'm gonna change my first name so I can have a different first name.
Can't
It's
change
funny
mine
too,
to an
'cause-
H.
Every one of I grew up. I have 2 sisters. One of my sisters has the same birthday as me, and one is January, like another birthday in January. We were all born in January.
Like you don't mean twins, you just mean y'all were born
No.
on the same. Wow.
She was born on my 10th birthday, so we're
How
a decade
weird.
apart. Yeah,
Um,
I got to name her. Her
What
name's
happens in
Kayla.
April that your
Oh,
parents
my
get jiggy?
middle name is Kayla.
I love that name.
Derry, what did you
Oh,
say about April?
Sorry, Derry.
What was happening in April that your parents were getting jiggy? If all of you were born in January, something was going on in April.
My mom had busy Aprils, I guess. I don't know. That's very
That
traumatizing.
season.
Is that her birthday?
It wasn't even cold outside or anything. You know how they say like winter makes, you know,
Not for babies.
not for my mom.
So,
Clearly.
having your birthday in January, did it ruin Christmas? Because they were back, like you didn't get as good at Christmas or as good as a birthday.
No, but having a younger sibling on my birthday kind of ruined my birthday. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah.
No, I really liked
I
it.
bet you that
But
sucks.
also, when you're 10 years old and someone cute and toddlery or a brand new baby, well, the
Totally
baby
upstage.
thing was cool. But when I was 13 and she was 3, it was her birthday. I mean,
Right.
come on. So
Totally
I didn't
upstage.
like that as a teenager. Now it's fine.
Well, now it's
Bad
easy
They're
to
not
remember.
acknowledging birthdays. That's
Okay.
probably one of the good things about having a birthday in June. There's that lovely
Oh,
big
yeah.
gap either side. So
Yes.
I know I loved it so much, or I do love it, I don't get gifts as much for my birthday anymore, but I still like that every 6 months I get some gifts.
Mm-hmm. I like having a summer birthday.
I got our youngest son, his birthday is the end of November, the 28th. And I don't think that his birthday gets messed up with Christmas, but our daughter's birthday is the 21st. So like 4 days before Christmas. And that always got like a joint celebration. Birthday, Christmas.
Yeah. This present is for both of them.
Right. Well,
and
she's
gets that a fair bit.
In 3 days, I guess it's 3 days. I don't know. She's going to be 23, so she can. She doesn't care anymore about having to share Christmas with her birthday.
I worked with a guy whose birthday was New Year's Eve, and I was like, "Oh, you poor bastard! Everyone has other parties to be going to, you know." Oh, what a sucky day to have your birthday on.
So what are your family traditions? Do you guys celebrate on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve?
A couple years ago, we decided, like, when the cat was out of the bag for, Santa Claus and everything. Shh, I know. I don't think I don't know. Sorry.
What are you saying?
When my kids were, like, not buying it anymore, we were like, it's Christmas Eve. You could just open them all tonight if you want. And they were like, really? So we started doing that a few years ago, and now we just do it every year.
Oh, I want to do that so badly. My husband's like, no, we do it on Christmas morning. Like, so.
My mum made us all have to eat breakfast. We could have our stockings because they were kept in our bedrooms, but we had to have eaten breakfast, had put clothes on, brushed our teeth. Like the whole morning routine had to be done. So you can imagine how freaking onto it we were Christmas morning.
I was going to say torture.
It was awful. It was like, no, we had a piece of toast.
Right.
We were the same way. If we got up before my dad, we were allowed to open up our stockings, well, that was it. And we were not allowed to go wake him up. So we would sit there and we'd always get things like fruit in our stockings.
So did I.
I always had a giant orange. I'm like,
yeah,
I eat
me
oranges
too.
once a year, apparently, in my stocking.
An orange and an apple.
Yeah.
The thing with oranges
you ever
was
get
they were so rare. And in the middle of winter, to get an orange was actually like a big deal. So it's become this tradition that you get an orange on Christmas. Because
I think
so
they wanted to fill up part of the stocking, so it was easy to throw a big one.
We always got an orange.
Yeah.
It must come from somewhere like Jerry was saying, because for so many of us to have that as a tradition.
Oh, no,
And my kids would be like, what is this crap?
Yeah.
No, they would. I don't know. My daughter might be happy because she wanted a juicer for Christmas, so she's juicing everything. She'd just juice it.
It's one of the reasons why one of the Christmas smells is cloves, because they used to put cloves in the orange.
And the oranges.
And the cloves helped keep the oranges good. So that
just
smell
saw
we all
somebody
associate
making
with
some of those.
Christmas is why, because oranges were the treat and the cloves helped keep them good.
So Hans, did your family... I love hearing about stuff like that. It's so cool. Hans, does your family not celebrate, or you just don't celebrate now? I'm curious. Kayla says, for us, it's brew coffee, then we can open gifts.
Is that
And that's
functional?
another thing. Did your so I don't know what you do now as adults if you have kids, or what you did as a kid, but like our Christmas morning things from Santa were not wrapped. They were just in piles. Like each kid had their own pile of stuff.
Wow.
And so we did that. But my husband was jealous of Santa. He was like, why is Santa getting the credit for these good gifts?
See? Not the
Okay,
only one.
so the
I
first
understand that.
couple times I did it, I wrapped everything, and then there were like everything from Santa and then a couple things from us. And Steve was like, oh, no. We swapped that So it would be a couple
I'm
things
with
from
you.
Santa.
And your husband, absolutely. It was all from mum and dad, from auntie, from you knew who was giving you these gifts, but they were all wrapped because part of the joy is making the mess with ripping the wrapping.
Yeah.
Well, that's what, I mean, we would only do a couple of, Santa brought you a couple of things and filled up your stocking, and then none of that was wrapped. But like my mother-in-law wrapped everything that she put in the stocking. It was also wrapped. And ours
My
wasn't.
mom.
It was just like free for all, everything in there. So
That was part of the rush, though, was opening even the most ridiculously little things. It was like, oh, a present.
yeah. I'm super neurotic about it. I make everybody go around and take a turn opening the gifts because I can't handle the chaotic everybody open at one time. I'm like, I need to know what you have, and I would like to see your reaction when you open what I got.
Yeah.
And I can't handle in the middle of the chaos. My brother hates it when we're all together, and I'm like, okay, let's go in a circle, and everybody open your gift. He's like, it's killing me. He just wants to open them all.
See, my
mom
family
used to
does
do
that.
They open them all, or they take turns?
They take turns. We usually go by oldest to youngest. Sometimes. We like to change it up every once in a while.
That's really mean for the babies.
Well, there for a while, my cousin and I were the youngest, and we were like 19, 20, so they're like, forget you.
Fair. What
So
I
Hans says my
started
family
doing
doesn't.
when mine were little, where I used to set the timer on the oven for an hour, and they could pick whatever present they wanted when the buzzer went off. And so every hour they opened another present, and it meant that they didn't just get overwhelmed with stuff, and they would actually play with what they got. And it meant that Christmas kind of lasted all day, and that was cool. That was fun when they were
That's cool.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
I like that.
And because it was the oven, nobody could say, oh, you're making it go faster. Or it's like, no, the timer's on the oven. You can watch it. It's doing its thing. When it goes, you can open another one. And they got to choose which one they open.
I'm going to propose that for this year and see what my family says.
I mean, for however time, you know, I mean, it worked for me for an hour, but I only had the two. So if you've got more than two, well, I don't know what you want to do with, but it worked while they were little.
So Hans says that his family doesn't celebrate Christmas, but they have a national holiday off from work with Christmas. And they do have a small celebration on the 5th of December there.
And I saw that Mazza said he grew up with the three wise men. We lived in Spain for a little while, and that's when all of their stuff gets delivered.
It's the 12 days of Christmas, isn't it? Where you're actually going into
January
6th.
Yes.
6th.
And they and so the kids all leave. This is in where we were in Spain. I have no idea if this is how Mazza grew up, but the kids would all leave and go on a parade around the neighborhood. And then when they got back, the wise men had brought all the gifts. And so they were there while they were gone on their little walkabout parade thing. And then they got back and they had all their gifts there. So it was really cool. And Christmas was like nothing. They didn't really do anything. They just had like family dinner or something on actual Christmas and then celebrated in January for them. It was cool.
Cool. So it's more a community kind of thing with the three wise men.
Right, yeah. But I mean, this was just like a little small village in the middle. Well, not the middle of Spain, southern Spain. And so like everything was like a community thing, it seemed like. It was just
I love
all their celebrations and stuff for us. So.
That's awesome.
Have y'all ever heard of the Christmas pickle?
Yes.
Is that with the ornament?
Mm-hmm. We have the Christmas pickle. Well, someone gave it to us for Christmas one year, and I was like, what is this? And they had to explain to me what the Christmas pickle was. And then that was like, 7 years ago? And we've been doing it ever since. You put it in the... Well, Ashley will probably explain it a lot better.
Oh, I've got plenty. Yeah, we actually have an ornament. It's not a real pickle. It's fake. But you
That was just so funny.
Can you imagine? That thing would be gone in 5 seconds.
Yeah,
And
you
this
could just
household-
smell it out anyway, even if you didn't have candles. Just be sniffing around the tree.
But I think it is something like if you were to find it, it brings good luck. Am I right?
Or the one we got said, if because it's green and it kind of gets camouflaged in the tree, whoever finds the pickle gets to open the first present.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we should have done it like that.
Can you guys read this? I'm trying to. I don't think my camera will pick it
Your
up.
whole person went away.
Yeah. My husband sent me this. I'll find a way to put it on the screen. Keep going.
The green screen is covering it.
So
I
if
know
you find
whoever found the pickle got the special pickle present, and I never remembered to buy a special pickle present. And so my kids would be like, "I have the pickle," and I'm like, "My bad. Here's $1." Like,
There's the sentence
Oh,
I
your
never thought I
presents.
would hear. A special
your
pickle
present's
present.
still at the store.
yeah, I was like, "I'm sorry, I forgot about that." Too many
I
things.
wonder if that's kind of come about because of the European traditions of having like the coin in the pudding, or going back further, the bean in the pie kind of thing. I wonder if it's grown out of that.
It's a German tradition.
Yeah.
The guys off of Codex Cantina, I don't know if you guys are aware of that channel, but they do like deep dives into literature, and their theme is like German traditions for Christmas, and it's really cool. I heard them talking about it, and they were doing like questions. I was like, I know what the Christmas pickle is. Like, I get that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to have to look at that because that kind of thing fascinates me.
Yeah, ours came with a whole story, and it did say like it was a German tradition.
We get a lot of Christmas traditions out of Germany.
Hmm.
The tree in the house is from Germany.
Yeah,
And
but
the
we don't put
stockings?
candles on it anymore.
Well, no, because let's face it, candles and pine trees are highly flammable.
Right.
It's true.
I will fight you. Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Hell yeah.
Let's fight, Stacey. Let's rumble.
It's not Christmas until I've seen Die Hard.
I'm right. So for my son, it's Home Alone. His favorite Christmas movie is Home Alone. And
What about
my husband's is A Christmas Story.
My husband's is A Christmas Story, and we turn that on when we start decorating, and it plays that whole day on loop, just repeat in the living room. So I had never seen it until I got married to him, and he was like, "What is wrong with you?" So we watched it.
I don't think Steve's ever seen it.
Yeah, it's
He
okay.
won't though.
You're not.
I've seen it.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
The whole thing? Oh.
No, but somebody
like-
just read a Krampus book.
I know who Krampus is as far as the tradition goes, but I don't know what any Krampus festival-y kind of things would be. So I'd be interested to find out more, I think.
So I saw somebody's YouTube short, and they're like my unrealistic expectations for Christmas, like for a Christmas present, and it was like being adopted by Krampus. I was like, no, not
I don't know
me.
about that.
I'll pass.
Yeah, I agree. Krampus looks terrifying. And I am
yes.
excited about the book exchange Santa thing tonight. Although when he said tonight, I was like, wait, what? And then I realized I still have to go to sleep, but it is tonight.
Yeah.
Isn't it great how it doesn't matter how grown up you are, until you go to bed, today isn't finished.
That's right.
Right?
I mean, my computer tells me it's the 18th, but I'm like, I haven't been to sleep yet. So
And that's it. It's very confusing.
Those of you in the chat who don't know is many of us, including those on the screen, did a Secret Santa thing that Yolene from Yolene Reads put together. And we're having a live show on Yolene's channel tonight at 6 p.m. Central. It's 6 p.m., right?
Yeah, Central.
It's really like a just because, but also opening our gifts and chatting with everybody. So you can still join on screen and join in the chat. I'm sure there'll be lots of shenanigans going
I hope she
on
feels
that
better.
channel. Yeah, I hope so too.
Oh,
So
Christmas
more
Vacations.
Oh, I love that one. I was gonna mention that one.
No, that's a Christmas movie.
That's a good one. Yes.
That was a good one. I haven't watched it
My
in
mum
years.
used to make us. My mum used to make us watch Sound of Music every Christmas.
Oh, I love
I
that.
have never seen that movie.
And I don't know why, because it's not a Christmas movie.
It did used to. I remember
Okay,
it used to come on TV at Christmas time, though.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Maybe that's what made it a tradition for her. I don't know.
I mean, do you guys have any like traditional Christmas foods, like fruit cake or
pozole?
Turkey.
Pozole.
I am a hard pass on fruitcake.
I don't think I've ever had fruitcake before in my life.
No.
Really?
No.
That's good. Well, I'm in the middle of summer, so traditionally here we have pavlova, which is like just meringue with so much whipped cream, it's ridiculous, and all of the fresh berries that are all in season here.
Ooh.
And it's so yummy.
I mean, that's what a fruitcake is anyway. They just take a bunch of berries and mush them into a loaf. Like, eat it.
Yeah, but it's like a heavy, cakey loaf, whereas I get to have it on meringue.
Yeah, I
With
choose
whipped
your
cream.
way. I choose your way.
And the Christmas pav is quite a tradition in New Zealand.
The fruitcake we have here is like can be classified as a weapon. It's not like it's like
It's like
paperweight.
bread.
Do you mean that the
Like a
plantains
brick.
are like sliced like the lasagna noodles?
That sounds
Pastelone?
good.
Pastelone? How do you say that? I am very
Pastelone.
confused by lasagna made with plantains.
Maybe they cut it long way.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, like plantains being the noodles, but then the rest of it's like red sauce. I don't even know what a plantain tastes like.
Ooh,
It's
plantains
very
are good.
starchy. They're good. Like
I
doesn't
bought
taste like a
them one
banana.
time accidentally when I was trying to get bananas, and I think I just threw them away. I was like, no, I don't know. what to
Oh
do.
no, they're so good.
They're really good.
They're savory. Yeah.
Oh,
But you can make them sweet.
it's with sweet plantains, no red sauce. Okay.
You should try making some of
I've
that.
never had lasagna. I can't eat cheese. So I've never had lasagna and I've never had pizza, which really
never?
sucks. Never.
Yeah, that's a
I
bummer.
mean,
What
I
about,
could
like,
have
fake
a pizza
cheese?
with no cheese, but
That's why my mom doesn't eat cheese. She eats pizza without cheese.
But she will order.
it's just not a pizza.
But she'll order pepperoni
Yeah.
pizza.
I don't
to
get it
peel
either.
it
but
off.
She peels it off and eats it. I don't know.
Wait, she peels off the pepperoni and then she peels the cheese off and then she eats.
She just eats like bread with sauce on
But
it.
she likes whatever flavor it leaves behind, I think.
I don't know.
So she orders it with pepperoni.
Acid
She
reflux.
peels it off.
She doesn't eat like
Doesn't
cheese.
like
I don't know.
cheese.
It's weird.
I don't like cheese. If you just hand me like a piece of cheese, I don't want to eat that. But if you melt it over just about anything, I will eat that.
I love cheese.
I'll eat cheese however it's given to me. even
No,
though I
people
really
keep
shouldn't.
opening these cheese advent calendars. I'm like, that's just a block of cheese. Like, no, I can't.
Blue cheese.
But maybe it's a good
cheese
cheese that you then put on toast or something. And
They're just straight eating it. Like, I don't know. I'm not.
With some grapes.
I didn't even know that was a thing, a cheese advent calendar. I would get that.
I think they have everything in an advent calendar. Oh, I hate Parmesan. It smells like stinky feet. I don't know.
Oh, it's Parmesan.
No.
My very best friend in the whole wide world, she loves blue cheese. And I went to visit her and house sit, and she went away. And there was some blue cheese in her fridge. And every time I opened the fridge, I wanted to just vomit. I was like, oh, can't do it. Oh, no. Ugh.
I love blue cheese.
And speaking of later today or tomorrow, we have the Flashlighters meetup too.
Oh yes, with Daniel Barnett.
Busy.
I know.
All right,
I'm not done yet with Flashlighters. I wasn't
It's a
going to
quick one.
admit it, but I'm not done yet.
I have so much catching up
Me
to do.
either,
I'm
Amanda.
ashamed.
I'm
And
like,
not because it's bad or anything. I just have not had a lot of sit down reading time. So I've only been doing audiobooks for a while. And so I just decided I've only got like 40 pages left. And so I thought in the morning when I wake up, I'm not even getting out of bed until I finish reading. I'm just going to lay there.
That's what I'm going to do.
So that's my plan.
Good plan.
Yeah.
Do we have favorite Audible people? As you're saying, because you listen to audiobooks.
Oh,
we have
and
favorite
I
narrators?
honestly, I will even listen to a bad narrator. I am all about audiobooks. They don't even have to be fantastic. Because
I
some of
can't
the
do a bad
NetGalley
narrator.
ones are awful. Like the NetGalley, if you get any of those audio, sometimes it's not like remastered or whatever. Like it's not finished. And so it sounds weird sometimes, but I'll still listen to it. I don't care.
No, I couldn't do that. That's like.
All right, we ready for another reading sprint?
That's
How long
right.
do you
We
guys
need
wanna
to
go?
read.
Yeah. How long? Ready?
I'm trying to secure some more coffee creamer because I ran out. So this
Uh-oh.
morning's going to be real fun.
Oh,
Do we want to do 20, 30?
20 is good.
Yeah.
This will be our last one because
Me too.
And just a quick note, we won't be able to make it to the gift thing tonight, but we're going to be recording a video that we'll have on the forum. That's a private video for all of you to watch. So
Okay.
we had something
yeah,
come up.
so we're bummed, but
Yeah.
Hey, it
it
happens.
happens.
yeah.
Not to us.
Are you going to watch Spider-Man? Because that's what I did tonight.
No, but
No.
my sister-in-law, my son I dodged the bullet actually because my son was like, "You gotta go with me, Mom," and I was like, "Okay, I'll take you." And then like hours later, my sister-in-law was like, "I really want to take him." Oh, go ahead, it's okay. So he's going with her. It's
So
okay.
Kayla-
I mean, but that's a like watch from the couch kind of movie for me.
Yeah,
I
it's
love-
the first time I've been to a movie since the pandemic started, and I was like, "This is what I'm choosing to go see."
I'm loving audiobooks right now too. Just I love every Stephen King that I've listened to, no matter who's narrating it.
I've
I've
now
read a couple
gotten
of-
to my
I see.
first Stephen King that he narrates.
I've never done
I didn't
that.
know he did.
So weird. Like
What
I
book is
thought
it?
I'm reading Needful Things right now. Yes, Needful Things. And he narrates the audiobook. And I was just like, wait a minute, what is
Wow.
happening? When I heard him talking, I thought he was doing like the intro. And then he kept going. And I was like, oh, is he doing this whole audiobook? And that's
Wow.
not the only one. Somebody else said there are quite a few of his that he does.
Really?
Mm.
Okay,
But
I'm
I am-
intrigued. I'm going to have to look that up.
Because I'm
Yeah.
crocheting and listening. But so
You make it a
I
blanket
did
for
that
Steve?
last. No, but I made a baby blanket
I'm cold.
oh, for Steve's
Because-
charm.
because our nephew is having a baby next month, and I did what she said, and I was listening to. It wasn't probably Stephen King, but I did crochet while I audiobooked. I think it might have been some romance that I was binging last week, and I got that blanket out fast too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just and I
Just
I
going
didn't
out.
drift.
So sorry.
I didn't drift off. I was like actually with the book and
Don't mind
everything.
me.
You know, I
Just make
I'm
four
working on
more of those baby blankets and connect them together and give them to Steve. Be like, here you go.
I know.
Oh.
I know.
I can't breathe. Okay. Whew. I'm good.
You guys are killing me.
Another author who narrates their own work is Neil Gaiman. He narrates his own work, And that's awesome. He's got such a great voice.
Who is it? There's somebody else that I love. Oh, John Darnielle. I've read 2 of his books now, and he narrates them both. They're both like, I don't know, probably just general fiction, but I would call them weird fiction. But one of them is Wolf in White Van, which is apparently what plays backwards when you play the record backwards, like Beatles or somebody, whatever. It says Wolf in White Van. That has zero to do with the story, but that's why he named it that, or to do with the book. And then the other book is called Universal Harvester. So they're both by him, and he narrates, and I think he did a great job on the audio narration.
That's cool. That's very cool.
Jeff Lane also narrates his books, except for the Three Scrooges that we're reading right now. And all of his audio book podcasts, whatever you call them, are free on, I don't remember.
Apple Podcasts?
It's on Apple. They're on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
He said he was going to find someone to narrate this, but he could totally do it. He needs to narrate this. It would be good. It would be awesome. Jeff,
So
you do it.
When I was in theater, there's actually a website that you could go to and you would listen to it, and it would teach you how to speak in different accents and like the correct way to articulate it to make it sound like you were from that area.
Cool.
Don't know what it's called, but there you go.
It exists. It
Next
is out
Christmas, Jeff, that's what we want for Christmas. You to narrate this book.
He said he's going to
I'm
watch
enjoying
this.
it.
Jeff, please. But also, I need this Champions World.
Yeah, if he's going
By
to narrate
next year,
the
too.
third book in the Champion Saga, he'll be narrating
Yeah.
for a while.
I'm almost done with it. It's a chunker.
It's a big book.
But it's good. I'm telling you guys. You're in for a treat
All right.
with that one.
We're starting the timer now, otherwise you will not read anymore.
Okay.
All right.
Read.
20
What are you talking about?
minutes.
We're here to read.
Okay. I have to stay
we
awake
can
for
do that.
20 more minutes. Okay. I got you.
I do have to run.
Time's up.
I don't want to stop.
That's what I was going to say. Like, I know it's bedtime, but that was really good. I wanted to keep going.
Yeah.
Whenever I read this, I hear Jeff's voice in my head.
How far you'll get?
Going.
Chapter 2.
Page 18.
I'm at bang on 30% in Stones of 3.
I'm at 20%.
I'm on page 27. So, what do you guys think so far?
Oh, yeah, I guess I can't say because that happened after page 19. So I'm not going to say.
I know what you're
Everybody
getting
got
at.
to the big Christmas party that Scrooge is throwing, and like just everybody in the town seems to be showing up, and then the whole. Like, what are your expectations? Do you think some of us have reached the next chapter, but for those who haven't, like, what do you think is going to happen, or is he still going to go through the three Christmases? You know, where do these two other Scrooges come in?
Eodis is going to show up sometime in this book.
You just have to talk about dark.
I just have to throw
every
dark in there
stream.
sometime. No, I think it'll. I was promised time travel.
Yeah, I've already met the other two, but I do have a theory about what's going to happen, but I'm not going to say it because I think it gives something away that y'all haven't gotten to yet. But
It took me by surprise. It's definitely I mean, because I've read retellings of The Christmas Carol, specifically one that was like a young adult, and that one was cool. But this, I was kind of thinking it would be the same thing, and it just completely took me by surprise.
In a good way, I hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, in a good way. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's already 2:30 in the morning here.
yep.
What am I? That's only 9:30 here. Got time to watch Die Hard.
There you go. So is everybody's intention to finish the whole book in the 24 hours today?
Oh, easy.
yeah.
Should be able to, yeah.
I'm gonna
It's a short
try,
one.
but I'll probably finish it Sunday.
Yeah, it depends on how long it takes me to do flashlighters.
Yeah.
What it really depends on is how long I sleep because
Yes.
Amanda,
Yes,
I
I
hope you join us more often because you're hilarious.
Yeah, Amanda, you crack me up.
well, thank you.
Darius cracking me up. Ashley always cracks me up. But Amanda, you're funny.
Well, that reminds me because I just tried to go join your Discord, Stacy, and it says that the link is no longer valid. It's on this
Oh,
in the description. So,
okay. I'll put it
I
in
mean,
the-
I'm not super active over there. I make myself go check it once a day to just make sure I'm not missing anything, but I'm the
I don't
worst.
think any of us are really active with
I know.
Discord.
I'm
want
so
to-
bad at Discord.
Well, and
The
then
forum is the best place to reach us.
I make myself go check the forums too, just because I don't ever think about doing any of that stuff. I'm awful on social media. I'm just not on. I have accounts for like all the social media, but I never get on there, and I kind of don't want to start because then I feel like I won't be able to stop.
I know
That's a
that.
valid concern.
I know. So I feel like anyway, I miss a lot of stuff. But now that I know that these things happen, these readathons, then I will definitely be back.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm a bit like that. I'm like, oh, I know these are happening. I just keep an ear out and it's like, no, I'm coming. I'll be there.
So next month we're reading The Daughter of the Forest by Juliette Morellier.
Oh, I'm so
Rolene's
excited.
favorite book. Yeah.
I saw
And
it on
then-
her
I found
channel.
out
I
from
think
the
that's
library.
what got me here was
Yeah.
seeing her talk about it.
Who?
Yeah. No, I've got it out from the library at the moment. I think I'm about one chapter in. So yeah, I'll definitely keen
Yeah,
to
it'd
be
be
there for
awesome.
that.
And then
And again, it was Jolene. I was like, oh, that sounds good.
and I think Ashley, are you the next person to pick? I can't remember the
Yeah, I'm
order.
for February, and I'm gonna do a poll, which I think I kind of already know what we're gonna be reading, but
Nice.
Okay.
it's gonna be a surprise. I can't tell
Yeah.
you.
Oh, okay. You
Yes,
leave the
Hans.
suspense.
Yes.
Yes,
Hans.
buy it.
Steve, gosh.
Thank you for coming. All of you who are in the chat, thank you for joining us today. I hope you had fun. And those of you, Steve, Derry, Amanda, Ashley, and Randy, thank you so much once again for joining me for this. I hope you guys really liked the book. Jeff Lane, thank you for writing it. And it was it's fun to do something different for these readathons. You know, I mean, I like reading the romance fantasy, but it's fun to kind of to twist it up a little bit like we did in October and this month. So,
But it's not one I would have chosen for myself, but I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have either. I didn't even know about it. Jeff brought it up a few months ago, or I don't know, it was a while ago. But I was like, I love Christmas Carol. It was a book that I read many times as a kid, and so I'm sorry, movie. I didn't read the book until I was an adult, but. So it's a story that I think everybody has some experience with. So.
It's very familiar, I think, to most people.
Right. When we even got Tiny Tim saying, God bless us, everyone.
I know. How cute was that?
Tiny Tim said it.
Well, you guys have, those of you who are going to bed, have a good night. Jerry, you'll be going to bed eventually, so have a good night as well.
After Hans falls from the Nakatomi Plaza building.
Yes,
that's right.
Perfect. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
God bless everyone.